What's up, guys? Easy day today. So I thought I would do a little video on a few topics. First, reflections on the Eddie and Thor fight. Second, my weight, my training, and maybe just a tiny little thing at the end. So uh, I was so impressed. I love the fight. It's my favorite fight that I've ever watched. I was not disappointed in any way. I thought both guys were incredible. Um, Thor won. Thor transformed himself like probably, I mean, when you look at the past couple years, I don't think I've ever in my life seen a transformation like the one Thor did, from his strongman deadlifting the 501 to the absolute gladiator that we see now. Um, and Eddie, I thought, was incredible. Being in a sport where bicep tears are pretty common, you can see that it definitely did affect them. I mean, and I know that nobody's going to make excuses, but, uh, you know, to have a bicep tear uh, and do anything within, I'd say, probably a year is, you're doing pretty good. So, to have the fight on such short notice, you can tell that it did affect it. But whatever. I really think that it was just such a good fight. I thought they both showed tremendous heart. Like, they were both hit hard and got up and continued to fight. It went to 6, which I don't think that anybody thought was going to happen. I think if you had to place bets on will it go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 rounds, I don't think many people would have thought that that fight was going the distance. Not a single clinch. I don't think I remember a single clinch in that entire fight. How crazy is that? No clinches, both guys getting knocked down, getting back up, getting hit hard by huge people. Best fight I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, so I think both guys should be really proud of that. I hope they don't fight again, really. I'd like to see them fight, but I don't want to see them fight again. I mean, whatever. If they fight again, I'll for sure watch it, but I think it was just an incredible show. Anyways, a lot of people have been talking about, for one, my weight. Okay, so I know that I've cheated weigh-ins in the past, okay? And so I don't know what time it is, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. So I'm like 270, 275. This is fully, okay? Fully clothed, fully hydrated. Yeah. And I don't know what time it is, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's practice day today, so it's an easy day. But it's hard to put on weight. I wish I could be, 300 pounds, 350 pounds. I wish it was that simple. I wish I could just snap my fingers and bam, be that massive. But it's just, I'll be as heavy as I can be. The end piece, I'll for sure put on a lot of fluid, just in the final part of the prep. That's where most of the weight comes anyways. Weight, 270 can look a lot of different ways. I do believe that I am physically, even at 270, I still feel like I'm the biggest I've ever been. So I'm encouraged, but I also know what's possible. I've always said, if you can put on 5 or 10 pounds of lean tissue in a year, you're doing incredible. And I think that once you're a full-grown athlete, if you put on 5 or 10 pounds a year, you're doing great. You're doing really, really good. That's what I think. I mean, yes, of course you can put on more weight. I've certainly done it in the past, but a lot of it's probably water and fat and just, fluids um, that can come and go. Um, I should probably be a 200, at this point in my life, I should probably be a healthy 250, 255 pound guy. So it is difficult for me to be the weight that I want to be. I'll be the strongest I can possibly be that day. That's a promise. I know Levon's like 400. I know, it doesn't matter to me. I'm never going to be bigger than Levon. People talk about my training. They say I'm going about it wrong. They say I'm doing too much endurance. They say I'm doing, arm wrestling, weak people. I promise that, again, I'm doing the very, very best I can do. If I think that it's going to give me the best chance to beat Levon, I promise you that's what I'm doing. Some people do not actually benefit from doing max efforts. I'm sorry. It's just, we are different. I get better at doing manageable work consistently. And then it's just up to my body and time to make the changes. When I go too hard, it affects the amount of volume I can do, and it affects my inflammation and my tendonitis and my performance negatively. I just need to do consistent work and let my body make the changes. It's just how it is. So while I do appreciate, I should be pulling with Dave Chafee, I should be putting bands on people, I should be, lifting heavy weights. It's just unfortunately not my reality. Who knows? Ultimate testing ground is coming. And I promise you, again, that I am better today than I've ever been. Ever. I'm better today than I was in 2008 when I was the number one in the world. I'm better today. I can say that with a pretty good degree of confidence. Is it good enough to beat Levon? We'll find out. Anyways. So while I do appreciate the, the alternative points of view, just understand that I'm 46. I've been arm wrestling professionally coming up on 30 years. I've been training for strength since I read Pumping Iron when I was 5. Okay, I cared very deeply about strength and performance, and I'm doing everything that I can. Strength and performance is a windy and twisty road, and it becomes as much of an art as it is a science. Anyways, last little thing. I'll give you guys a little reflection of a dream I had. Nothing to do with arm wrestling. So, a dear friend of mine, very, very dear friend of mine, a guy I love to death. Well, he's actually dead. So, call him Steph. It revolves around him. And another friend of mine, we'll call him Mr. Flowers. Another guy I love. I was in a mall and in a cafeteria, and I saw Steph. Steph's been gone for probably 5 years, something like that. I don't remember. It's been a long time. And what a great guy this guy was. Just the light in the room. Funniest guy. Make the whole place light up. This guy was, everybody loved him. And when I saw him, I was just in shock. I was just blown away. It was so overwhelming to me to see him, this person who I was so fond of, and I couldn't accept it. And in an instant, I ran as fast as I could, I, just out of shock, and just I couldn't face the happiness. I found my old friend, Mr. Flowers, and I told him that there was something that he had to see. And he held my hand, and we skipped as I tried to remember where I was, where I last saw Steph. And Jimmy was so strong, and I was so light. It was like I was a 2-year-old, and he lifted me and pulled me as we skipped to find them. Frustratingly, I lost track of where I was, and I couldn't find him. Finally, we arrived where I knew that he last was, and he was gone, and I awoke. And I was left with the sadness of knowing that I had passed an opportunity. And it just left me with the conclusion that you should always, right away, move closer to the people who you love, who make you feel good, who make you feel like they lift you. Anyways, have a great day, everybody. Stay massive.